Hello everyone, in this video we will see how we can set up the offline conversion tracking for HubSpot form. Actually in this video I will show a process that you will no need any Zapier and something like that. Just you need a step server container. Sometime for server-side tracking we already have the step.io and the Google Tag Manager connection. You can use other server tagging software, something like the taggers and pixelfly and tag and Spark tag, something like that. But in this case we are using step.io, and already actually in this video I will show you process where I will use a webhook, and from the HubSpot webhook we will send the data to we will send the data to Google Tag Manager server container. Okay, then server container will process the data and then it will send to the Google Ads platform. Okay, actually when you optimize our ad for just only for lead ads, sometimes this ad not optimized. Okay, that's why in this case we set up the offline conversion tracking. When a qualified leads come and when a customer convert, then if we can send those data to Google, then Google can optimize more better our ads. Okay, as example I have to go to one of my website, then I will find a HubSpot form. I will fill out a HubSpot form, then show you the entire process. Okay, actually let's add a GCL ID in the form. For that I will add GCL ID equal test 099. Okay, something like that. Okay, I add a GCL ID in my URL. Actually I add a test GCL ID. Now let's fill out this form. Okay, okay, now let's submit the form. Okay, now let's submit the form. Submit. Okay, now if I go to the HubSpot contracts, I have to reload this page, and actually it's a HubSpot dashboard. And if you can see, there is a new contact. If I click over this contact, okay, then you can see this is a new contact actually, and this is the phone number, and this is the lead stage. Okay, the lead stage is lead, but we can mark it to the marketing qualified lead, or you can make it the convert to a customer. Okay, and also you can add here the lead total revenue and the recent deal amount. Also we can send those data to our Google Tag Manager server container. Okay, then we can pass the value. Okay, okay, now we will see how we can send those data to Google Tag Manager server container using webhook. Okay, now let's see. That's for that we have to go to the development side, from here more development and then development. Okay, actually one more thing, if I want to show you contact from the contact section, is the development side, and from here actually you can see there is a GCL ID is coming. If I click over the back button, then you can see there is the information, the Google ad click ID, and and other activity, create date, and you can see the others information and the name, email address, and the phone number. Okay, now if I go to the developer section, actually we will send a webhook. We will create a webhook when when I will update the lead stage status. Okay, for that I have to go to the development section. From here I have to create an app that's in under legacy apps. Okay, it's a legacy app. Already I create a legacy app, it's called test webhook. Now let's create another one. I will show you the create. Then I have to click over the create legacy app. It will be a private app because we just use this in our environment. Okay, then I understand the legacy privacy app have limited. Let's continue with legacy app. Okay, then I have to name this. I want to name it test app 2. Okay, something like that. You can add a description, but in this case it's not necessary for me. Okay, you can use a logo. And now I have to click over the now we have to create a scope, and there I need to create a new scope. Okay, the scope will be then we have to mark this to one crm dot object dot contacts dot read. Actually by this scope we want to read the user contact information crm dot object dot contacts dot read and crm dot object contacts dot sensitive read. Okay, we need this two scope. Actually this with this scope our webhook can read the contact information. As you can see, there is the contact information. We have to send the offline conversion even from this contacts from this contact section. Okay, that's why we have to add this to new scope. Okay, then let's update it. Okay, after update this we have to go to the webhook. Okay, now from the webhook where there is a target URL. Actually by this target URL we have to say where we want to send the webhook. Okay, actually we want to send the webhook in our Google Tag Manager server container. For that we have to send the server tagging URL to in this app. Okay, for that I have to go to the container settings. Then from the container settings we have to add this URL here. Okay, then after click over fill out this form for the target URL, then we have to use a path. Okay, actually you can use any path in here, but in this case I am using my tagging server URL. Then as a path I use HubSpot. Okay, then in the subscription section you have to create a subscription. Then let's create the subscription. Create subscription, and from the subscription then HubSpot and webhook ask you which object type you need to send and which object type you need. Okay, for that which object type you have to choose the contact. Then from the contact we need to listen for which event we need to add here property change. Okay, then from the property change we need to add here we have to add here, this is a lead life cycle stage, that is a life cycle stage. Okay, and from the life cycle stage when someone when a lead is a lead in here, when then after talking with the lead, after talking with the people, we can decide the user is our subscriber or user our marketing qualified lead, or the user is sales qualified lead, or the user is your customer. Okay, then we can decide here. And when we decide anything else here, then there is a webhook will be fired for the HubSpot. Okay, that's the subscription here. Which object type contact, and listen for which event, that is property change, and the which properties life cycle. Okay, life cycle stage. Okay, then click over the subscribe, and then our app is ready. Okay, already I have the app, that's why now I'm not create this app. Okay, actually I will work with this app. Okay, then this is the webhook, and this is that already worked. Okay, if I click over this webhook, then you can see the webhook. Already I send the life cycle stage, and this is the webhook URL. Okay, and this is the authentication for this webhook. Okay, now by this webhook we just send the data to this server container. Okay, and after we send those data to the server container, we have to receive the data in this server container. Actually when you set up generic server-side tracking for our website for our e-commerce website, then we send the purchase and add to cart event data by Google Analytics 4. And in our Google Tag Manager server container, there has been a default client, that's it, GA4, and this GA4 receive the data from the browser container. Then this GA4 client actually process the data for us, okay. But for the HubSpot, this client will not receive our data, okay. That's why we need a custom client here, okay. And I using this custom client, and this is from our respected community member from Rahi Rezabai. He create a custom client for this HubSpot lead status change, and you can download this zip file, and then you can unzip this file. Then you will find a template that we can upload in the template section. And if I go to the template section, then you can see there is a template I already upload here, that's called HubSpot client. And now this client will receive our data from the HubSpot and will process the data for this case, okay. Now if I go to the client section, then you can see already I have this HubSpot client here. Now if I click over this HubSpot client, then as you can see, if I click over this, then as you can see there, I can choose here the event name, and actually I put here the event name HubSpot lead status, okay. Then we have to put here the access token. You will find the access token here in the private app, then the authentication, then show token. Then you can copy this token, okay. I already put this token here. Also there we have to use a path, request path. Actually which path we add here, actually this path and this path will be same. And there we have to add some contact properties. Actually in my case, in my form, there is just email, first name, last name, and the Google Click ID, and the phone number, and the recent deal amount, okay. And this 6 property available in my case. That's why I just add this 6 property. If in your case, in your form, there if there has city, zip code, and the country, you can also add those property here, okay. Hopefully understand. Now this HubSpot client will receive our data, will process our data, and this HubSpot client will receive our data that's sent from HubSpot, and this will process our data, okay. Now let's make a test it's working or not, okay. That's why I have to go to the preview mode, okay. Now let's go to the preview mode, okay. Okay, after going to the preview mode, you know, when we want to test webhook event in our Google Tag Manager server container preview, we have to use a step power up, that's called, okay, that's called sGTM preview header configuration. We have to use this power up to see those events in the debug view, okay. For that we have to click over use, then the sGTM preview header configuration. Then we have to take this as we need to copy this code, okay. Then put it here, then click over the save change, okay. And it will take this server is under deploying. It will take 2 minutes or 1 minute to ready the server, okay. Now let's refresh it, it's working or not, let's see. It will take 1 minute, sometimes it take 2 minutes, okay. No worry about that, just we have to wait for that, okay. Actually when we want to test, when we want to see those event in the debug view, we have to send those event manually. That's why we use this power up that called sGTM preview header configuration. For that, just we have to click over this three dot, then just send request manually. Then we have to just put this code here, okay. Now this server is running, okay. Now let's see the event is coming here or not, actually. Okay, now let's see. Now let's check it out, and we create the webhook for the lifecycle status update, okay. Now if I update this lead status as an example, now if I if I change this life cycle status as a sales qualified lead, let's see what happened here. Okay, now if I go to the tag manager debug view, then as you can see, there is an event coming from the HubSpot. That's HubSpot path. Then that event name is HubSpot lead status. Okay, and now if I go to the event data, then as you can see, event name HubSpot lead status, and the lead status is sales qualified. Okay, as you can see, this is the sales qualified, that was sales qualified lead, and if I go here, then you can see sales qualified lead. Okay, then as a property you can see email, first name, and the GCL ID and the object ID from the HubSpot, and the email, last name, and the phone number, and the recent deal amount. Actually I did not set up a deal amount there for that event. That's why it's there is a null value. Okay, as you can see, there is a null value. But if I put here as a deal, as example, add deal, convert. Okay, it's a sales pipeline, and the deal status will be appointed schedule is close to on. Then if I choose the amount 500, and the deal type new business, and the priority high, then contact, this on the contact. Okay, line item, we can add the line item. Okay, then if I click over the create, then this deal will now this deal is created. After some time, we when we change this lead status again, let's go to the contacts again. That was the contact. Okay, and you can see recent deal amount now 500. When we just the status is update, that's why there is again a lead status event. As you can see, there is the recent deal amount is 500. Okay, and now let's make a trigger for this event. Actually now we can send event when someone is our customer, and when someone is our marketing qualified lead. As example, this is a marketing qualified lead. Now as you can see, there will be event HubSpot event coming. That is the lead status is there is no lead status. Let's see. Okay, if I make it subscriber, now the event is coming. Sometimes it's a two event. There's a two event. No worry about that. Okay, it's a bug from the HubSpot webhook. Okay, now let's make let's make a Google Ads offline conversion tracking. For that, first of all, we need a trigger. Okay, actually now I want to create a offline conversion tracking for the converted customer. For that, I have to create a new trigger. First of all, I have to create a variable, because as you can see, there is a same event, and but the event is we can define the event by the lead status event data. That's why I have to create a variable, new variable, and the variable should be the event data, and the key path is lead status. Okay, now let make it lead status. Okay, now we can create the trigger for this case. Okay, now let's create the trigger, new trigger. Okay, the will be a custom, and the sum event, and the lead status equals okay, this is a customer. When someone is our customer, we want to send a signal to Google. This is our converted customer. Okay, and it's a converted lead. Okay, customer. Okay, lead status customer. Okay, actually we can add our client name actually here. no need, but this condition will define our trigger. Google Ads offline conversion converted customer. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now we have to set up the tag. We have to set up the tag. Okay, now let's set up the tag. Okay, tag, new tag, and then you need a custom tag from the discover more community template gallery, and the tag called is Google Ads offline conversion this form step. Okay, when you choose this, then you have to choose the trigger Google Ads offline conversion converted customer, and then you have to go to your Google Ads account. As you can see, this is the goal summary. If I scroll down, then you can see there is a converted lead option. Actually, it's a offline conversion I created. Actually, it's the same process to create as like purchase and the add to cart. There is the same process to create the converted lead or converted lead custom conversion. Okay, and this is the offline conversion converted lead. I have to click over this conversion. Then I need this ID. Okay, ID. Then I have to go to the Google Tag Manager. Then have to put here the conversion action ID CAI. As you can see, this is a CAI ID, CT ID. Okay, this is the ID. Okay, then authentication credential should be a step Google connection. You can see if I go here step, then you have to connect your Google Ad account here. I am a free user. I am free user of the step.io. That's why I can't do it. But in your case, you have to connect your Google Ads account. You can see this is the Google Ads account. You have to connect the Google Ads account with this step.io. Okay, then you can use this step Google connection. Okay, then have to put here the customer ID. As you can see, you have the Google ad account ID. You have the Google Ads account ID. Just have to remove the dash. Then also have to put here the customer ID. Okay, and the conversion information the consent for user environment, it should be granted, and it will be also granted. Okay, and the conversion data time, you can add the conversion data time from here. As you can see, this is the properties, and you can see the create date. Okay, and also you can last modify time also. Okay, then also you can add the GCL ID. We have to add the GCL ID. It's mandatory. For that, I have to create a new variable. Okay, the variable must be in the event data. From the event data, as you can see, this is the properties dot. This is the GCL ID. HS Google Click ID. Okay, this is our GCL ID. Okay, let's save it. It's mandatory. We have to send this GCL ID. Then we have to extend it attribution credit extend. No need this conversion custom variable. We can add the custom variable like first name, last name, and the email address, phone number, and the other information. Okay, and also there is a card data. Actually, the card data will available for the e-commerce, but in this case we no need the card data. Okay, and there is an user data. You can send the user data. Email address, first name, last name from here. Okay, for phone and something like that. Okay, email, phone, other information you can send from here. Just if you want to send the phone number from here, then just have to create a variable. The variable type should be event data, then properties dot sh property dot email and property dot phone number. Okay, and it's very simple. I hope you can create this. Okay, now in this case I am not interested to create those. Okay, this actually this GCL ID is very important for us. Without GCL ID, Google can't define the conversion. That's why we just add this. Okay, And as a tag name should be Google Ads offline conversion converted customer. Okay, let's save it. Now if we optimize your ad for this offline conversion converted lead, then Google can understand which customer is very important for you and which customer is not. Okay, then now Google will not optimize your ad just for lead. Now the Google Ads will optimize your ad for the converted lead. Okay, hopefully you understand the process, and it's a very easy process. If you have any question, you can reach out to me by my WhatsApp. I will drop my WhatsApp number in the description box. Okay, and hopefully you understand the process, and it's a very simple. Also, I add this URL for the HubSpot client. Okay, and this HubSpot client make the process more easy. Okay, hopefully you understand. Thank you so much.